Yeah. Alright. It's the first time I played my speakers in a while.
Oh yeah, how does that feel, bro?
Good.
How much is a while though? Fucking.
A few weeks now, like 2, 3 weeks, because I've been working on my headphones and shit.
I would have died.
You gotta do what you gotta do when you want to be great, you know what I'm saying?
True that.
So it's like, gotta do it. Then we got the small ones playing. It's like the shitty pair.
It's fine though.
No, yeah, I'm just saying shitty as in you A-B it.
Oh
When the
yeah.
shitty starts sounding like the good ones, it's like you got a good mix then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true that.
Alright.
Use them references, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't got it bad though. You got the symphony thing.
No, I got it good. Like the
You got the
setup good.
SSL shit going on. You
Yeah.
got some good shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
This is really anything I could ask for right here, bro.
I've been doing it like, chasing all this shit for a long time though. So it's like, it's just, um, I don't know. It's due time or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's start testing this shit out. We got one more viewer. I don't know if it's Archie or Smooth or Charles. What's up?
If it's Charles, it's gonna be the
Okay.
face.
Only one person watching me now. Must be, I don't know. Hit me on the chat. Let me see something on the chat.
Hey, couldn't that be yourself though?
Oh, this probably is me. Let me hit myself on the chat. Hold on. How can we do this on here? We can't do it on here.
You sure? I'm pretty sure you can like pin a message and shit like that, right?
But there's like an old iOS on here.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna send my folks too. I'm almost there. Y'all shit. I gotta text. Gotta text one more person. Hold on. I know somebody watching. I'm sure it's Archie. Archie always got our back. Alright. Or it could be Smooth, it don't matter. Whoever it is, thanks for watching. Now it's just me again. Alright. Okay.
Nah, but you stopped on yours.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop looking on here. Cause it's probably using up all of the fucking
Data?
internets.
Internets.
All the internets. Alright. The internet's pretty good in here. Alright. Alright, guys. I would like to welcome you to the Producerism Show.
What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
So what this show is about, we're going to be showcasing producers and engineers that are still up and coming in the industry, that are very talented, but they just haven't got many placements yet, but they already have a organic following, and AXUMUS just wants to help build that following to a different level for them, as in creating value for the producer and the engineer in the production process. Because without these two guys, a lot of stuff can't function for a session. If there's no engineer, who's recording you properly to get a good take of your vocals or any instruments that you're recording that day? And the producer, who is going to shape and mold the sound that you guys are trying to get, and the vibe that he feels with all the people. So, the producer and the engineer, they have a lot of value to them, which I'm not calling anybody out, but many artists, don't compensate the producer and engineer for their time. And, time is money. That's the motto of AXUMUS. Time is money. If we're gonna give you our time, we gotta get your money, some type of money, so everything feels fair. But I would like to introduce our first guest. His name is Voodoo Beats, that's his name. producer name, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself now. So I'm gonna flip the camera, and we're gonna get it started.
Flipped?
Yes, sir. You flipped.
I was waiting on that, bro. I've been like playing music here. I'm just waiting. Nah, it's what's up, fam? I'm Voodoo Beats. Nice to meet you. I'm 20 years old. I'm a producer back home from Mexico. Came here all the way to LA to start producing some more stuff and get some more followers going on. And working with new artists, of course. Right now I'm studying audio engineering in MI over at Hollywood. Audio engineering, gonna do live mixing and get in that business. Let's get that shit going.
Okay.
So,
So,
yeah.
so how long have you been producing music?
I've been producing music since I was 14 years old.
Okay. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
You're 20.
Yeah.
So 6 years. So did you
6
start?
years.
Did you start out with live instruments, or what did you? What's the first thing you got when you started out in this journey of creating music?
I'll be honest with you. I started with, well, let's go with the first thing that kind of got to me was I started with a, with a pencil.
Uh-huh.
Just started making beats off of that, and they started recording them with a fucking SM57 mic, and I started doing some really crazy shit with that. But from there, I started making deep house music, and back in Ableton Live Light
Okay.
or something.
I remember
think
that
it's
one.
like number 9.
Yeah.
I believe so. Right now, I'm not sure if we're at like Ableton 10. But from there, from the deep house, I started producing like hip hop. Though back then it started, really it sounded really shitty, to be honest with you. But from there, I guess, like the first 10 beats were shitty. Then like going to number 20, right there is like where I kind of started getting, something off of it. People started telling me like, hey man, like that sounds pretty good, man. Like how much do you want for that? And I'm like, what the hell, like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if to sell you this, but sure, here you go. And like I started kind of on that, and people started asking for more and more and more. And I just loved music, I loved making money off of music, and it's just a way to go for me.
Okay. Okay. And then
And then I landed on FL Studio. That's like where I landed and where I felt safe.
when did you start on FL Studio? What year you think?
2016, I would say. 2016.
Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, so 4 years.
3-4 years ago, yeah. Though, of course, it started with the cracked version of FL Studio 12.
Yeah, we won't tell anyone.
Shh.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Image Line, if you're seeing this, I bought it. I bought it after that. I even got your Akai Fire MIDI controller and everything. That shit's fucking dope.
All right, and then for Fruity Loop operation, do you think you consider yourself an expert?
Well, yeah. I would say yes. I'm a good expert on that because I know a lot of shortcuts, and I know my way of getting around it, and stuff
Okay.
that's kind of like hidden in the program that I don't see many people do.
Okay.
So,
So okay, yeah. So anybody watching, keep that in mind. You could contact Voodoo, and he can maybe give you a tutoring session,
tutoring and fire beats.
couple hours. Throw some money to him, and you get some of his juice, and then you can run with that juice. Because we're here to add value to everybody.
Definitely.
All right, and then also let's see, what are some of your favorite albums in the last 5 to 10 years?
In the last 5 to 10 years.
So let's say starting at 2010. Since then,
2010.
yeah, and on.
I would definitely, one of my favorite albums are it's not from here, from the U.S. It's from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually from Aleman. Aleman is a Mexican rapper. He's back in I guess the south of Mexico.
Okay.
Like way further south. This dude was like really creative when it comes to like his choice of like picking beats and lyrics, and he has like this flow that just so smooth that it kind of got to me, like where even I started fucking dancing when I fucking started listening to that.
Okay.
I believe it's called what's it called? I'll be honest with you, I forgot the name of the album, but check out Alemando. Alemando's fucking dope ass rapper. We'll listen to 10
Okay.
out of 10.
10 out of 10. That's
10 out
what's
of 10.
up. All right.
That and Kendrick Lamar as well. I listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar. I listen to this rapper. I actually I didn't really YouTube it like most people. I actually went to this record store and that's how I found out about this rapper. Large Professor.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite album from him. The LP, of course. You know, LP, Large Professor. That's literally his album, so I
Yeah.
really like that.
That's what's up. All right. And then so we're both in LA right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's just show the people where we at. I mean, we got the blinds up. You know, see a couple palm trees. Yeah.
Palm trees, good weed.
So we on the West Coast. I mean, I know you said you're from Mexico, but what are you actually doing in LA right now?
Like I said, I'm just studying and producing here. I'm studying audio engineering over at Musicians Institute in Hollywood Boulevard, and producing with as many producers as I can. You know, and just kind of networking, collaborating with other people, working with other artists. You know, just getting myself out there.
Okay.
So much.
And how long have you been attending school, and what program are you in?
How long have I been in school so far? It's been over half a year.
Okay.
And what was the other question?
What's the program, like degree program that you're in?
It's a
Like,
certificate.
like audio engineering or
Like
production
audio
or
engineering.
audio engineer?
Audio engineering.
Okay. What's the school called again?
Musicians Institute.
Okay,
MI.
got you. All right. And then just like a question that I think is very important for people to understand is before you started attending this school, you did a lot of research and self-teaching to yourself, right? For the audio engineering before you came to this school, I take it.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of started DIY, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we got technology nowadays. You know, it's you can YouTube anything, and I'm pretty sure anybody would have like a certain way of doing things. Though for me, it was like that, and I would learn off of homies just producing with them and going
Okay.
to their own studios. You know, like they were pretty ghetto ass studios, but hey, I learned a couple of things from them.
Yeah.
It's
All
pretty
right.
cool.
And then would you say that since you did a DIY type of style and try to self-teach yourself before you came to this school,
Right.
does that help you understand more of the things that the instructors teach you in these classes?
Um, yeah, though it's kind of like I guess you kind of have to articulate uh, those type of I guess subjects that they talk about, because maybe you know like for example somebody might say, oh, you want to make that kick crisp, you know, and maybe they mean like, oh, maybe add like distortion on it, you know. It's like just different ways of saying things that kind of got to me, but like at the end of the courses, you know, I kind of learned them anyway. But yeah, I kind of got like a big understanding of it.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a pretty big start, like head start.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit, as in, uh, I want my guests to ask me some questions too.
All right.
So so we can keep it moving,
Got you.
as in give them some entertainment. So, just ask me anything, like anything other than like too much technical stuff, because we can't really show them what we're talking about, and
Can't
there's
really
no
get
really
that sauce
point.
out there.
So ask me whatever, like same shit I asked you. Just you can ask me that type shit.
All right. What kind of got you into music, bro?
Man, oh man, that's a great story.
Of course.
Jeez.
There's always a great story behind that.
Hold on, let me untangle myself.
Got you.
Yeah, so how I got started in music, I was 18 or 19.
18.
Yeah, it was in Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
and I was just working a regular job. I mean, I've always been a fan of music
Right.
since I was a young kid, but like, but I have a very deep way of thinking about society and what I see in society. So,
Right.
I befriended this person at my job. His name was Rodney Rivers.
If you're watching this, hey.
Yeah, OD. Because I lived on the East Coast before I came to Dallas for high school. So, I was looking for some East Coast flavor. People
Got
that
you.
were from the East Coast to hang out with, because the South was kind of too slow for my liking. But that has nothing to do with nothing. Um, so I seen him during break outside, and I asked him like, "Hey, you from the East Coast?" Because
Right.
I'm very upfront about who I am. So I just straight up ask people whatever I gotta ask them. Uh, and he's like, yeah, I'm from Atlanta. I was like, close enough. What's up? So then after that, we just hanging out, and he made music, and that's when he introduced me to chop and screw music in Texas. It was kind of weird at first, but then I got into it, and he was a very deep thinking person as well. He's like,
Right.
was an older brother to me back then, and you know, one day after we was hanging out or something or riding around the car, he's like, he used to call me DV.
DV.
Yeah, that's where I got my original or producer named DVNB. But
Right. Right.
um, he was like, man, you should start writing. And this is real. This is what I told him. I was like, nah, bro, man, I'm a fan of hip hop. It's a brother's art form. I don't want to perpetrate on it. And he like looked at me because Rodney a brother, so
Right.
he looked at me all funny and shit. And he's like, nah, man, you do that shit. And that's all it took was he said do that shit. And then after that, I started writing lyrics. And
So
then
you started rapping?
yeah, that's how I started in this music game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then I started rapping, and then I started. I bought like a Zoom rhythm track drum machine to start making my own beats.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then after I got that, I bought a motif keyboard. I'll show it to you right now, real quick.
Oh, so that's been with you for.
Yeah, since 2001.
Wow.
Um, so I got the motif because I was like, I need to add some melodies to these beats I'm making on the Zoom rhythm track.
Right.
I got that in 2001, and then probably in that same year, I bought like the M box, the one that stands up. I don't have it on me.
Oh,
It's in a
the
box right now.
interface.
Yeah, the interface. And then I had a computer. I already had like a shitty HP
Okay.
Pavilion, some shit like that.
And from making music, like, how do you get into engineering?
Yeah, so that's what I did. Like I made beats. I started writing,
Right.
reciting the raps to beats. Then I started making my own beats.
Right.
Then I want to make melodies with my beats, so I got the motif. Then I
Mm.
got the M box and a Rode NT1A mic
Mm.
and the Pro Tools software.
Not bad.
And then I started recording myself, right?
Yeah.
And then recording OD as well. But I was really testing shit out on my own because it's in my family's home. So OD was he kind of older, so he's doing his own thing.
Right.
Um, but uh, I started recording, and then after that, bro, like it just progressed into who I am now.
You just kind of started messing with the DAW and everything, and
Yeah, and then
start learning what the hell this is EQ and all that type of shit.
yeah, and
I
then
feel you.
this story goes deep. That's why I was like, it's a good story because that one question is the whole can of worms. I could tell you a lot of shit.
True that.
Um, and then after that, life gets in the way of certain things. So me and OD stopped working on music together, and then I just started working at a CD store that OD actually hooked me up with because we got a mutual friend named Melvin.
Okay.
He's a mentor as well, and he was managing a recording. I'm not a recording studio, a CD shop, like a CD warehouse, buy, sell, trade CDs and DVDs type of shop.
Right.
And he got me a gig there, and I just started meeting people, and I got a lot of game from the customers. They used to come and buy old school albums and shit. They used to turn me on to a lot of old school music, to where a lot of that music has tuned my ears over the years.
Well, yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I actually opened up my own CD store. Just same business model as the one I was working at,
Hmm.
and I actually opened up a studio in the back. This was like
On the back of the CD store?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up. Hey,
Like a
that's fucking
Digio
dope.
2, like the old school iMac.
Mm.
Not the iMac, but the Mac Tower with the Motorola processor in there still.
Mm.
Pro Tools, same mic that I referred to earlier. Um, and then I had that shop from like '03 to '06. And then I got to a point to where I want to go to school. I was like, I don't want to sell CDs because that shit's about to die. You know what I'm saying? I already knew that.
Thank God you knew that.
I mean, and I knew that, but I was using the CD store to snowball me into a recording studio business.
Mm.
But, you know, after getting into recording and all that shit, I was like, damn, I need to get taught by some people that know more than me because I can't learn anything else on my own. I reached a peak.
Right.
So, you know, I closed down the shop and I took all my inventory with me. Shout out to Chester for helping me move all that shit out the store that night. Uh,
That's what's up, Chester.
yeah, so I packed all my shit up and took all my inventory to Florida, to Orlando, and I started going to school at Full Sail for recording arts and entertainment business in '07. Then I graduated in '09, and then I slowly made my way towards LA by 2012.
Damn.
And then, you know, 2012 still just had a laptop that the Full Sail school gave us.
Right.
And I had the M box and I had Logic 9. And I was mixing and mastering off of Logic 9, making beats off of Logic 9, recording people off of Logic 9.
Mm.
And also, you know, working in other people's studios and shit. Um, but then, you know, 2012, I'm in LA. You know, I go back and forth, LA and Texas. I'm sure a lot of people do that when they come out here for the entertainment industry. They come here, stay here for a little bit, then got to go back because
Right.
they didn't know that LA turns you out real quick, trying to keep up with the Joneses and all that
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So, you know, I did that a few times, but now it's what, 2019?
Yep.
So, you know, I'm still here.
We're still
Uh,
grinding.
yeah, and you know,
Still
I
grinding.
upgraded my whole equipment, all my equipment at the start of 2017 to where, you know, I put myself on another level, as in now I can actually become a publisher for other people's music to boost them up with their sound quality and let them run with it.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
I
That's
don't
what's
take
up.
I don't take like a big cut like a record label do if they sign contracts with you and shit. Like, you know, I'm taking 10% off the stream money and giving all the artists 90% of that. And then on the publishing side, you know, I make sure the writers get their fair share on the writers' share side.
Right.
But I definitely do take the whole publisher share side because I do mix and master on the love or for free, however you want to call it, for certain clients. So that's the deal I give them.
So what kind of aspects do you look for in your clients?
Just somebody that's doing it from the heart, man. Like, you know, you could be talking about materialistic shit, but you know, if you're doing something from the heart, I can feel it through your music, even if it's not mixed right, properly, or whatever.
True,
Like,
true.
like I could tell that what you're saying, like, you either lived that or you're just being truthful about what you're talking about. So, you
Sounds
know,
about right.
I have a great sensor for that. You know, maybe that's my bullshit sensor that I have just from being in business as an independent person all these years. So, you know, I could smell bullshit a mile away, but I'll stand in front of it and talk to it too, just to see how far it can go. Sometimes to entertain myself, but that's besides the point. Um, but yeah, let me show you the gear real quick that we talking about. So I got the audio converters right here, Apogee Symphony Mark II. I got that patch bay, that's the real sauce. Then I got a summing mixer. I got a analog compressor. Got some pre's as well. So pretty much this is like a mobile version of a SSL console. I can control all the channels on the SSL summing mixer via touchscreen up here. So we don't need all that bulky
The
stuff
AXUMUS
anymore.
logo on that monitor.
Yep.
That's what's
Mm-hmm.
up. That's what's up.
Yep. But yeah, so that's enough about me. Let's get back. Let's get back to
What that
Voodoo.
voodoo do?
Yeah. Okay. Let me untangle myself one more time. And do something at this
Little
battery.
circle, 360.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you know that's that's a little history of who I am, what I do, how I've been doing it. Um, I just feel, man, like I've been through the gauntlet of struggling, as in wanting to work and make money off of what I do. Okay, I still struggle. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm
We
saying?
all have that struggle
You know,
sometimes.
but obviously we all have a love for this music thing, and it's almost like, to me, it's like my first girlfriend, and I fell in love with her, and it's like we're still together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna let her go. Like, no
I
matter how
feel you.
much she's made me struggle, like how much
But
heartache and pain I've gone through. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
I still don't I still don't want to let her go, and I'm glad I didn't let her go.
Oh, dude, I feel the same way, bro. Like I've been through so many struggles, like to the point where I was like almost like homeless, bro. Like, but I was still doing it. I didn't even care, like if I were like, having to pay some shit that I couldn't even afford. At the end of the day, shit, I started selling some beats and got me that money. Started working with artists, got me that money. Shit, like shit. I made it over here to
Mm.
fucking Hollywood, bro.
Yeah,
Just because
man.
of that.
Yup.
It's been a fucking struggle, but hey, man, thank God for fucking music.
Yeah, for real, man. I feel you. I agree with you on that. Thank God for music. Um,
It's just that dedication, bro. Not many producers have that dedication, and if they do, they don't have like the knowledge of certain things in the business, that could really help them out.
yeah.
It's just that, to be honest.
Like, give me one example of something that would help them out, that you think they might not know it, as someone that
One
wants to
of
get
the
in the
one
game.
of the main things I see so many fucking producers fuck up, dude,
Yeah.
is when they're sending fucking placements.
Okay.
They don't know that people could go around that, and maybe those same artists have producers with them that could just remake your beat completely, and they win the whole fucking case. And I've seen that happen so many times. Like, I'm not gonna shout out people, but I know lots of people that have been through that, including myself.
Yeah.
um, you know, they don't have like any knowledge of contracts. They don't have like licenses and agreements. Before even sending out stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they see a chance that they're gonna take your shit, they're gonna take your shit. They're not gonna pay you for shit.
Welcome to the business.
The business of fucking audio, bro.
Yeah.
It fucking if you're not up to date with your business um, knowledge, you know, read a book, read a
Yeah.
book, or watch tutorials, watch what people gotta say, cause bro, there's so many things you gotta watch out there, as a fucking producer.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you ain't going nowhere.
Yep. So this is just like a question, as in there's no right or wrong answer. I just want to hear your opinion on it.
Okay.
I mean, I might disagree with her or I might agree with it. That's not why I'm asking you this. I want you to have your opinion on it so people can know that everyone's gonna have a different opinion on this, and I know everyone does.
Yeah.
Um, if you feel that your music is really dope, by when you play it for people and they're like, oh my god, that's awesome, like for regular people, and then if you play for some artists and they're like, yo, that shit's dope, and then it comes a time for you to want to have someone get on that and try to create a song and release a song off that, um, would you ever consider to give that away to them, to the artist, without getting any type of compensation? Let's not even talk about agreements yet. Let's just talk about compensation. As in, would
As
you
in
just
like
give it
front
to them?
pay.
Yeah, the front end. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I can give you an example. Let's say I made this G Funk, West Coast type rap beat, and Snoop Dogg said, "Hey, let me get on that, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me like, "How much do I have to pay or whatever?" I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna even charge them, because what they're trying to do for me is give me that exposure, start getting me in the industry, because
Mm-hmm.
um, it's like their compensation to you. You know, that's what's valuable.
Their name.
Their name,
Okay.
definitely, and the way that they're putting you in there. You know,
Yeah.
there's I don't really see many opportunities like that. Of course, um, you know, happen out of nowhere unless you know people see you grinding and doing all this. You know, that's pretty much the only way to get there. It's a struggle, but it's worth it. Um, and apart from that, I mean, once you get in the industry, I mean, you could start getting even more artists from there, and you could start getting back end royalties from that. And I mean,
Yeah.
you don't even have to like really charge people. You know, you gotta really see what's you gotta see what they can give to you. You know,
Yeah.
apart from you know money and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got to see where it's beneficial for you and the other side to do a transaction without getting compensated on the front end.
Yeah.
Like,
Use
so
that.
it's almost like, the situation, depending on who's wanting it from you, and then depending on how you feel about that person, if it's going to up your stock or value.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe there might be even a situation where like maybe the artist doesn't really give a fuck about you, you know, and
Yeah.
but you see he's got like oh like this is his manager, you know, maybe I could connect with that manager and go to other connections which are way bigger than that artist.
Yeah.
So just kind of even like write things down and try to like you know I don't know like make a plan, you know, for yourself. Like what does that artist have that I need, you know? Like maybe he's got that side of the manager that I can connect with that person. Maybe he's got this producer that I want to work with, you know, like stuff like that. You just kind of you gotta just really look at the whole thing,
Yeah.
pretty much, and just use your logic side, you know. That's it.
I got you. I got you. All right. Yeah, so it's been about 30 minutes since we started, and I think we're just going to make them 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So now I want to wrap it up and just be like, hey, man, thanks for coming through, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, so we're about to wrap it up. Appreciate everybody watching. This happens on a weekly, bi-weekly, daily, bi-daily basis. We go off the vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is just a test run, but I'm sure someone's gonna see it. And thank you so much, Voodoo Beats.
Got you, man.
For
Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I got a Twitter, YouTube, BeatStars, you name it. Just search up Voodoo Beats. It'll appear right there,
so Voodoo is spelled with 2 zeros instead of O's, right?
bro. True. That's on Instagram, though.
Okay.
That's only on Instagram. The rest
Okay.
of the websites I have, nah.
So-
oh, yeah. Also, Voodoo slash beats.com.
So okay, if you go to like Google.com and type in Voodoo Beats, BeatStars, you'll probably pop up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, anybody that wants to get linked up with Voodoo Beats, go to Google,
Hit me
type
up.
type in Voodoo Beats space BeatStars, and go from there.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, man.
Got you, bro.
All right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in to the Producer Ism Show with DVNB. I'm DVNB, and we'll see you next time. AXUMUS.